Have you ever gone to find the perfect sweep for your track to find that they're either too long, too short, or they're not sweeping exactly how you'd like them to? Then be sure to check this out because this is going to eliminate all of that. Okay, so this is the sweep rack that I've created to stop those times where, for example, you're looking through sample packs, you're trying to find the right noise sweep, it's either too short or it's too long or it's not sweeping exactly how you want it. This is designed so that you can create nice sweeps exactly how you want them really quick. So the way that it works is you basically draw in a piece of MIDI like so, and you can stick it on any note that you want to the desired length. I'm just going to use 8 bars for this example, but you can use shorter ones, a bar, 2 bars, 16 bars, 32 bars, however many you want. Right, so the way that the rack is set up is we have 3 different types of sweeps. We have sweep 1, 2, and 3, and we've got resonance dial for each of them so that you can accentuate each of the sweeps as you like. So the way that it works is when you just have the rack like this and you've just loaded it up, what you'll hear is this noise. So the sweeps are not activated when they're all the way down, when the dial is either all the way down or all the way up. So to activate the sweep, you just bring it up a tiny little bit. And you can create your sweeps like so. Let's bring the resonance up on this one so you can hear it a little bit more, accentuate that sweep a little bit more. So that's sweep 1. We have sweep 2, which has got a lot more low end in it. Again, let's activate it by just turning it on like this. So you can either go up or down depending on whether you want a rise or a fall. So if you wanted a fall, you would do something like this. And then we've got sweep 3, which is a lot more sort of high pitched. And then, as I said, the resonance for each of them if you want to accentuate that sweep a bit more. We have a width dial for when you're using some of the effects, if you want to narrow it or make it wider. A gain dial, which is just going to change the volume of it, pretty self-explanatory. So let's put it into action a little bit so you can sort of see how this would work. So to create a sweep, we quickly just go hit automation, and we'd set a dial like this, for example. So if we're going to use sweep 1, we can dial in exactly where we want that sweep to start and where we want it to end. So something like this, for example. Let's bring some resonance up. And as I mentioned, you can make these as short or as long as you want and then really dial in. So for example, I might want the sweep to do something like this, where it starts off here and then rises higher towards the end, for example. We have reverb if we want some effects on them. And then we have reverb decay time if you want it to sort of filter out nicely towards the end of your sweep. We've got delay amount. So for example, if you wanted to add a little bit of delay at the end of your sweep, like this, with a lot of feedback, for example, it'll do something like this. So you get that sort of nice sort of like delayed echo effect. We've got chorus. Let me just bring that down. You can use all of these in combination. We've got the chorus amount, so we have some chorus to the sweep. And then we also have a phaser as well if you want to use the phaser. So you have something like that. If you wanted to create an up and down, we would just come in and again, we could then bring this down, for example. So this is just the sweep 1. So we could dial in exactly how we wanted this sweep to go down, something like this. So it really is sort of like great for dialing in exactly how you want that sweep to sound and how long you want it to be, and all the different effects. You could have it so that, for example, the phaser, for example, comes up like towards the end of your sweep if you wanted to. You can really get quite granular with it. Like that. And then obviously you have your different sweep types. So if I wanted to, for example, get rid of all of this and I wanted to choose a different sweep, let me just clear all the envelopes on here. And we'll use, for example, sweep 3 this time. And we can do something like this and then go back down again if we want. You can really dial in where you want it to start and where you want it to end. Sorry, that automation wasn't activated there. Let me do that again. So yeah, be sure to check it out if you are looking for sweeps where you have full control over them. If you haven't also checked out yet all the other racks at AM Studios, then be sure to check that out. I'll leave links in the description below. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video and thanks a lot for watching.